What's up guys, my name is George and I'm going to start off this video by giving you a harsh truth. If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you see yourself as a masculine man that wants a feminine woman. The reality is there's a real good chance that you don't actually want a feminine woman. Everyone has both energies. Everyone has the masculine and everyone has the feminine. It's just that in the modern world, most people are somewhat out of balance. Women are and should be perfectly capable of tapping into their masculine energy and taking on a more responsible role. Equally, men are perfectly capable of tapping into their feminine energy. You see it all the time. You've got the stay-at-home dads. That 1 year of my life where I was dating a girl who could drive when I couldn't drive, and so I was sitting there like a passenger princess, tapping into my feminine energy. Yeah, everyone can and does tap into the alternate energy. A lot of women are actually forced to live in their masculine. Some of them actually really want this and even like push for it, but there are so many who don't and are just kind of waiting for a masculine man to come along and to let them fall into their natural feminine. I often see three types of relationships. You've got the traditionally polarized, where you've got a masculine and a feminine. Not necessarily a masculine man and a feminine woman. Sometimes you get a masculine woman and a feminine man. Doesn't matter. That is a traditionally polarized relationship. Then I see depolarized relationships where you've got a masculine man and a masculine woman, or a feminine man and a feminine woman. And these are very usually toxic relationships. They usually don't work out. And then you've got the neutral relationships where they're both somewhere in the middle, and to me, these relationships are, I would categorize them as boring. I know what's boring to me might not be boring to you, but I find them boring. Let's be honest, we all know that life isn't black and white. In reality, everyone will tap into their feminine at some point, or that they're masculine at some point. The whole point of these categories that I've made are to basically state who is predominantly in what role. So when I say neutral, of course, people are going to have moments of masculinity or femininity, but nobody is in a predominant role. Same when I say traditionally polarized, one of the people will be predominantly masculine and the other one will be predominantly feminine. Back to the harsh truth. You're probably actually comfortable being somewhere in the middle, neutral, even if you think of yourself as a masculine man who wants a feminine woman. The truth is, many men actually just can't appreciate feminine energy. And this is because feminine energy relies on masculine energy. You actually need masculine energy to be able to handle feminine energy. Here's the thing about women. Women are the best, right? They're playful, they're nurturing, they're empathetic. These are all qualities that are so easy to love about women. And that's what people think they want when they think about feminine energy. It's just like, oh, these amazing traits, which they are amazing traits. But along with these amazing qualities that women have, also comes vulnerability and a lot of emotion, which leans and relies heavily on masculine energy. If a woman is opening up her feminine energy and giving it to you, then that's kind of equivalent to her giving you her trust. It's not necessarily easy to deal with a very vulnerable or emotional person, but masculine men can handle these traits from a woman. They can, because a masculine man is a great communicator and they're really ambitious. So to them, taking care of a woman is just another challenge, just like any others. If you can't handle it though, the woman actually loses trust in you. She stops feeling safe in her vulnerable space and she has to tap back into her masculine energy. But do you know what that does to your relationship? If your woman is forced to tap into her masculine, then either you're going to be pushed into your feminine, or it's going to throw the relationship completely off balance and depolarize the whole thing. Basically, if you want your woman or your future woman to be feminine, then you need to be truly masculine. And she needs to be able to trust that you're going to continue to be masculine. You can't just be masculine at the beginning of the relationship and then as you get comfortable later on, tap into your feminine, because then that's going to push her into her masculine, which is exactly what you didn't want. You wanted a feminine woman. But you need to be careful, because when I'm talking about masculinity, I'm not referring to like the macho stereotype of masculinity. It's not about being macho necessarily. It's about being able to solve the problems that the feminine energy brings. And if you can't handle the feminine energy, then you're not truly masculine. even if you are macho. You also need to actually find a woman who wants and is willing to tap into her feminine energy. And these women are literally everywhere. However, in my personal experience from having grown up in London, it's not always super easy to find a woman who's willing to actually open up and tap into her feminine energy. And from my experience in dating, I've always found that Eastern European girls are the most open to tapping into their feminine energy, not to mention that they are the most gorgeous woman in the world. So for any masculine man looking for a feminine woman, then I'd maybe look there. It goes both ways. Feminine energy also solves problems that the masculine has. They complement each other perfectly. Yin and yang, polarized.